Hello, everyone. Christy Giannoni back in week 6 for MP 585 Political Economy. This week, we're taking a look at taxes from the perspective of economic efficiency. We're going to be talking about property taxes, sales taxes, income taxes, and how these taxes can be distortionary. As we know, any tax system influences the behavior of individuals as the government takes away money from the individual. So distortionary taxes create market inefficiencies, including deadweight loss, which is supply and demand out of equilibrium, and the inefficient allocation of resources such as taxes, which can affect the market. So first up, taking a look at property taxes. Property owners pay property taxes calculated by the local government where the property is located. But it's argued that the government is failing to accurately assess the property values, so more expensive properties are undervalued and less expensive properties are overvalued, resulting in the wealthy homeowners receiving a larger tax break and the poor end up paying a higher price for the same public services. So these distortions are carried through tax bills, which is prompted, or one that was prompted was Proposition 13 in California, which put a cap on property taxes in that state, and other states actually followed suit. Sales taxes are calculated as a percentage of the sales price. The increase in local sales tax can drive individuals to spend their disposable income elsewhere because this regressive tax taxes the consumer at the same tax rate. So those with low income and high incomes are paying the same tax for a good. Because of this, it is considered an inequitable tax form. And then we have income tax. There are different progressive versus regressive models for this particular one. For a progressive tax, it would equal a higher tax on higher amounts of income, and then proportionally a lower tax on lower income. This affects the market on either end of these models because if there are higher taxes, then there's going to be less money for individuals to put into the market. And with those higher taxes, the income tax becomes distortionary because people can change this by simply working less or saving less. This is a great example of how the government doesn't have perfect information about the characteristics of each individual in our society, which would allow them to better determine who has the greater ability to pay more in taxes, and they could simply impose, higher lump sum taxes on those individuals. So taking a look at this from the perspective of those individuals who may want more government intervention versus less government intervention, the government is unable to determine if a commodity is being used by the final consumer versus the business. So who do they end up taxing? Government intervention can make people do things for tax reasons that otherwise make no economic sense, which causes this economic distortion. This lends individuals to argue about consumption-based tax, which is tax equity. People should be taxed on what they take out of the system, not what they contribute. So typically you find individuals who are arguing for more government intervention. They find the value in taxation to help the community at large, public infrastructure, public safety, and those who argue for less government intervention want the market to correct itself and want that extra disposable income to do with it what they please in the market. Thank you so much. I hope everyone has a great rest of their week and good luck in our final weeks as we end this course.